Marcus Robert Johnson here. Now, I would like to talk about Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and Connor McGregor. This will probably be I think I'm planning on doing a 3-4 part video. Do this one explaining why Ali was great, what made Ali great. I'll do one what made Mike Tyson great. And then I'm gonna do who I think would win in a fight between Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. And then I'm gonna do a video on Connor McGregor. And that is that. So let's get right into it. Now, this got sparked in me. I was just going around for the heck of it, asking my students that, in boxing at the UW that who they thought was the best, who they thought would win in a fight, or who they thought was greater. Just for the hell of it. I had no aim with this. I was just going around asking, and I probably had 15 people in there, and maybe 4 or 5 picked Mike Tyson, which is fine. But I had one friend, student, and this is fine too. This is not a knock on him. This is okay. And he told me that one was a trash talker and one was a woman beater. So to me, I'm just like, if that's the way you think about or remember though, Muhammad Ali and even Mike Tyson, and a lot of people think those things because they don't know. Maybe they never really cared to do research on it, so they just went by what they heard. Especially like if you ask older people, they'll always say Muhammad Ali is the greatest. If you ask a lot of younger people, they'll say Mike Tyson, and you get those that say Muhammad Ali, but a lot of them are either educated or they're just going off of what they hear. So that's kind of what I want to do with this video, is bring a little more awareness to these guys and what made them awesome. And at the end of the day, it's all opinion and it's all subjective, so you can pick who you think is going to win in a fight and all that. But Muhammad Ali, what made Muhammad Ali great was not purely boxing. What he did in boxing and what he did for boxing and what he did outside of boxing is what made him great. He used what he was great at. He used his craft to bring awareness to the things around him. And it damn sure helped that he was a fantastic boxer. But what made him great? Let's think about the time when Ali grew up. I believe he was born in the late 40s, early 50s, right? So what's going on in America at this time? What's going on in the 40s, 50s, and 60s in America? Well, we have extreme racism. And that's a fact, without a doubt. Imagine if you're a young black man, if you're just a young man, if you're just a young man, and your friends, your family, and everywhere you go, you're told you can't drink this water, you can't move in this neighborhood, you can't go to this school, you can't. And the only explanation for that is, and on top of that, he was a black man. So imagine now if you were a black man, and on top of those things, now you can't do anything. You're told you can't do anything in this country that says you can do anything, but you can't do very much. And on top of that, you're getting called a nigger almost every day by folks. Now, people hate Ali, and people will hate Ali because he talked trash and because he dodged the draft. And I'm going to tell you those are things that really helped make him great, because he had something to overcome. You know what I mean? With the draft, would you be very quick to go fight for a country that your whole life has told you you can't do something, you can't do this, you can't go this place, you can't wear this, can't look at this woman. You can't speak to this person. And you're a nigger, you're this. How quickly would you go join the military? Especially blacks were just kind of introduced in the military. By the time they got to Ali, it was kind of like blacks maybe were in the military, allowed to be in the military maybe like 20 years, around there. Late 40s, I think. My point is that you wouldn't be really quick. And on top of that, he was righteous and he's seen what the war was about. If you ask Ali, he's being sent to kill other brown people, right, that have done nothing to him. He doesn't know them. And that's against his religion as well. I think Ali was like 25 when he got called, when he had to go to jail. 3 years prison. So not only do you have a man that's doing this, but you have a man that people love and look up to and has attention. And he's not going to fight in this war because he knows it's wrong, or he sees it as wrong. See, they really tried to use Muhammad Ali to rally up blacks, to get more people into the military, because they were going to give him a nice desk job. He didn't really have to fight. He could have still been boxing, and he would have just been chilling as a colonel or a general or whatever. He wasn't going to have to work very hard. They offered him a lot of deals. And that's the biggest thing that was awesome about Ali and that made him great, was that he never broke, man. A lot of people break for money. A lot of people break for things, and he didn't. He really believed in not going over there and murdering people that did nothing to him in a country that's telling him to do it, by people that are telling him he can't do anything, but we want you to go shed some blood or possibly die. Okay, so understand the time when Ali was growing up. Now, people talk trash. What's wrong with that? If that's a reason for not liking someone, especially as a fighter, I don't think that's a good reason, because that's what fighters do, especially nowadays. He started that. Ali is the reason people talk so much now. Ali talking trash got people interested. Talking trash made people tune in to see if he was going to actually do what he said, if he was going to back it up, you know? And 90% of the time he did. Also made him great. See, Ali had a lot of adversity that you'll never really be able to understand, because we're not in that time era. We're not in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And I promise you, if you were in his shoes, odds are you would have broken. And you wouldn't have gone to fight because you're like, I need to do this. See, that's the thing. People nowadays are so caught up in needing to fight for their country. And that is, we need to defend the country. We need to support our troops. We need to do these things. But at the time, when they wanted him to do it, it wasn't, how do I explain that? He just didn't believe in fighting like that, you know? And it's very unfortunate that young people don't know these things. Like, it's hard to relate to that for a lot of people, because you hear so much about, like, now you can't say anything bad about the military, or you're either 100% in or you're 100% out. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be that way. You should fight for what's right all the time. Even if you have a certain job, you should at least speak up or something. You have, to some degree. My point is that Ali did what he believed in, and didn't break when anyone tried to tell him otherwise. Not only that, he got out of jail and came back and conquered the world again. When he fought Sonny Liston was a thug, man. Like, he was really a thug. He had the mob and everybody in his pockets, and everybody still was with Sonny Liston. You know? Ali changed the game. Muhammad Ali is the reason boxers are getting paid what they are. And that's real. Because he took something that was sport and made it an event. like a real event. People were always watching boxing, but now everyone in the whole world was watching boxing. And not only were they watching boxing, but they were watching Muhammad Ali, and they were watching blacks in this time. They were really trying to use Muhammad Ali to get more people into the military at that time, to make blacks more submissive. It's so easy. It's so easy because everyone looked up to Muhammad Ali. Oh, yeah, he's joining the military. Hey, let's go. Come on, guys. Come on, we got to fight. We got to get the champ. The champ's going to the champ. Think about that. Think of how many blacks would have joined in if Muhammad Ali would have done that. How many do you think? Damn near all of them. For real, man. For real. So he took the hard road. He could have been loved very easily by everybody, but chose to be loved by people that wanted to love him for doing the right thing. Okay. Now I'm gonna use what Foreman said to call Muhammad Ali a boxer is insulting, right? Really, he stood up for civil rights. He marched. He was out there. He worked for you and me. He loved children. He gave them hope. Gave money. Taught. He spoke. He educated people. But all you really can remember is the spotlight when he was fighting. And you got to understand, when you're fighting, especially him, he figured out to put on not the character, but to bring excitement to him. You know what I mean? So how do you get people involved? You got to say something, do something, gave people a reason to get behind him. Even if his boxing wasn't going to be good, you were still going to show up and watch because he just said a whole gang of things. So I guess that's kind of where I'm going right now. That's what made Muhammad Ali great, man. And he is great, and he was great, and he forever will be. He transcends generations. He's gonna live forever, man. This is why fighting is beautiful. Fighting is the only thing where people from other countries will cheer against their countrymen. For real. And Ali had the world. The whole world loved Muhammad Ali except for white America at that time. And that's real. Take that how you want to take it. Don't be offended. That's what it was. I promise you. Okay? So before people just say he was just a trash talker, he's not American. He did the most American thing you could do, and that's stand up for what you believe in. If you don't fight for what's right, why are you American? How is that? That's less American. Just fighting blindly is less American than fighting for what you believe in to be true. You know? At the end of the day, even they're using craziness and murder, the KKK is still pretty damn American because they really believe that stuff and they're gonna fight for it, right? But all I'm saying is, man, that's what made Muhammad Ali great. Adversity, being attacked, trying to break him over and over and over again, and he refuses and he keeps fighting. He won fights he wasn't supposed to win. He fought in eras he wasn't supposed to fight, which is why he has the brain damage he had, why he had the problems he had. He fought way too long. His last fight was in like the late 70s or early 80s. Man was born like 44 or something, right? He fought too long. So, yeah, I don't even have enough to, I want to say more and more, but I don't want to take away from him. And just know he was great, man. Not just boxing. I'll say Sugar Ray Robinson was the greatest boxer of all time, but Ali is more than that. Ali is a great icon. He's representative of what the best of humanity can really be. You know? So don't hate him for trying to fight for what's right, especially when blacks had so much wrong at that time. And he knew it. He knew what they wanted to get him in the military for. But at the end of the day, he was always righteous. Always. And my other friend told me he was racist. I absolutely promise you he was not racist. racist. He was not racist. Okay? For real. He loved everybody. Little white kids, white men, Howard Cosell. You know, what do you know about Howard? Look up, Google Howard Cosell. Google Howard Cosell. Do it. Okay? Ali hated white men that were racist towards blacks. He hated really anyone that was ignorant or prejudiced. And how do you blame him if every day you're called nigger and you can't drink this water and you can't go in this bathroom, or you got to get out of here, you can't eat that slice of pie? I mean, they don't even know how would they know what a black's only pie tastes like? You know, I'm just funny. You've seen Life, whatever. That was a bad joke. But yeah, that's enough about this. Muhammad Ali is great, and he forever will be, long after this video is gone. So that's my piece on Muhammad Ali. Stay tuned for what make Mike Tyson great. Stay tuned for that. I'm gonna tune that one in for you. War, Ali, Boomaye.